Om Asmadgurubhyo Namaha. Jai Srimanarayana. On this auspicious day of our Ramanujacharya's Thirunakshathra, let us know some important philosophical aspects in his life. Earlier in his biography, we learnt he is none other than Lakshmana in Treta Yuga, Balarama in Dwapara Yuga. Every now and then, God sends his messengers to this planet Earth. One among them is Ramanujacharya, who is none other than Adisesha, who had been sent by God to this planet Earth to accomplish certain tasks. He is not only a great spiritual master, but also a great social reformer. Let us know some of his philosophical aspects. The great philosophers Madwacharya, Adisankaracharya and Ramanujacharya are considered to be Acharya Thrayam. Philosophy of Madwacharya is considered to be Adhwaita Siddhantha, which states that God and soul are two different entities. Adisankaracharya's philosophy is considered as Advaita Siddhantha, which states that both God and soul are one, that suggests Aham Brahmasmi, which means I am God. Vedas reveal the same, but we must understand the real meaning of our Vedas. Adisankaracharya was the one who brought Vedas to light. Bhagavad Ramanujacharya gave us the essence of our Vedas. The statement Aham Brahmasmi was thoroughly mistaken by people. If ever Adisankaracharya lived for many more years, he might have erased the misconception in those people. But unfortunately, his soul departed from the world in his 30s. It became necessity to the Lord to send Adisesha to this world as Ramanujacharya. We find the perfect blend of both Madwacharya's and Adisankaracharya's philosophy in the philosophy of Ramanujacharya, which is considered to be Visista Adhwaita. Before Ramanujacharya's arrival, people considered nature as mere illusion. People understood Adisankaracharya's philosophy to a certain extent, but not completely. He was successful enough to formulate cause and effect theory. We see many objects in nature, the sun, the moon, the stars, etc. These are visible and these are the effects of some cause which is not visible. He wanted to convey this invisible cause is nothing but God Himself. He Himself is described in our Vedas, Upanishads and Puranas. He was successful in conveying his message to that extent. He also stated the importance of performing yajnas and yagas. He also brought out the concept Tattvamasi, which is there in our Upanishads. Tat means that, which means God who is invisible or Paramatma. Tvam means this, which means the invisible soul, and Asi means one. Then he brought out the statement Aham Brahmasmi, which means I am God. He coined Advaita Siddhantam. Here people fail to understand Adisankaracharya's real sense. Perhaps he wanted to convey both Atma and Paramatma are inseparable and eternal. And therefore, when these are inseparable, whom does I refer to? Here people are thoroughly mistaken. They thought Atma itself is Paramatma. This type of misinterpretation should be rooted out from the minds of people. So, the arrival of Ramanujacharya as the messenger of the Lord. Of course, he did agree with Advaita Siddhanta, but with some modification, which justifies both Madwacharya's and Adisankaracharya's concepts. Whenever we use the word aham, we must be very careful in the usage. Here we need to analyze two statements. For instance, if we say I am dark and my body is dark, both the statements seem to be same outwardly. The first statement gives wrong indication, whereas the second statement gives the right signal. The second statement makes us realize that I refers to not to the body but something else to which it is just a cover that is dark in complexion. That something is soul which possesses body that is dark. Similarly, the soul is the body of Paramatma whose existence is essential to make the soul's existence in a body to be possible, since Atma and Paramatma are inseparable. As such, when we say Aham Brahmasmi, Aham doesn't refer either to body or to the soul but to the Paramatma on whom all the souls depend. So, Ramanujacharya had to modify Advaita Siddhantha into Visista Adhwaita Siddhantam, which means unison of Atma and Paramatma, but should be recognized as two different entities. Ramanujacharya also emphasizes all these souls dependent on Paramatma and belong to him. This is Visista Adhwaita Siddhanta. This belongingness is termed as Seshatvam. Another concept of Ramanujacharya's philosophy is nature. That is not mere illusion. It is as real as Atma and Paramatma. When we dive deep into this philosophy, Atma is finite, confined to particular body, which is the combination of five elements in the earth: soil, water, air, fire and sky, whereas Paramatma is infinite. He can make each soul as his body by being Antaryami and can also make all the souls as the parts of his body by being Sarvantaryami, by making all aspects in his nature as the internal parts of his body. So, no element in nature should be ignored, since all are the parts of his body. As such, we can visualize the pervading spirit of God everywhere and in everything. Body of a soul is karma based, but the body of Paramatma is his intentions based if he takes avataras. Paramatma can be found in different forms at the same time, but a soul is fixed only in a particular body but can't be found in different forms at the same time. One important aspect which we have to realize about God is that He is responsible in giving us bodies, but He gives us bodies based on our karmas in our previous births, for which He is not responsible. And therefore, we must realize that we must perform noble deeds or karmas to get noble and sacred bodies. We can get permanent bliss if we are aware of our 9 bonds with God and offer ourselves to God by performing noble deeds without any expectations. That is why he used to wear Tridandam, which signifies Atma, Paramatma and nature and their unison. So, in his Siddhanta of Visista Adhwaita, there is a perfect blend among Atma, Paramatma and all aspects in nature. That is why all successors of Ramanujacharya also wear Tridandam. That is the significance of Tridandam. Not only this, we will come to know that he is a great social reformer if we read his biography. Let us read biography of Ramanujacharya and try to move on his footprints. Then there won't be any problems in this world. We need not face any problems in this world, because since we believe that God is all pervasive, He protects us just like a plava. We are in Plavanama Samvatsara. Plava means boat. This boat is the boat which is infinite. So there is no point of drowning. So let us follow our great saint's philosophy, that is Visista Advaita. Ramanujacharya Divyajna Vardhatam Abhivardhatam. Jai Sri Narayana.